eBay's promoted listings, their promoted listing advanced feature, which is in beta, and SEO tactics that you can apply to your eBay listings to get them seen by more potential buyers. If you're asking these type of questions, you're at the right video. Hi, my name is Michelle, and I'm with Paladin Global Market. I've been an online reseller for over 17 years. I'm an eBay Powerseller, and I do this full time. And the whole reason I make these videos is to help fast track your journey to online reselling success. I hope you guys enjoy this video. In this video, I'm going to take you on a screen share and show you some things that you can use when you're setting up your own promoted listings. But most important, at the end, I'm going to show you SEO free tactics that you can apply to make your listing healthy and seen by more potential buyers. This is definitely my favorite way to use SEO to my advantage. Think about it. eBay is a search engine, just like Google, just like YouTube. The computer of eBay needs to connect the dots between your listings and the potential buyers out there looking to purchase what you have to offer. So we need to make sure we provide the computer of eBay all the information that it needs to be able to do its job properly. So in this video, I'm going to break that down for you step by step. I know when it comes to promoted listings, SEO, and just AdWords in general, that sometimes there's a lot of abbreviations and things that you need to remember. So I put together a free reference guide. It's just a quick one-page guide that you can download or print to have with you to refer back to when you're doing your own promoted listings, or if you're broadening your horizon and looking at SEO in a more broad scale, such as Google AdWords, for your website, for your online business in general. This is some things that'll help you to refer back to. I have a link in the description below. And before we jump into it, if you're enjoying this type of content so far, if you'll please hit the like button, it tells YouTube I'm doing a great job, and it'll continue to share this video with more people. Subscribe, hit the bell so you're notified every time I upload new videos. Okay, so let's jump into it. Okay, so now to talk about promoted listings standard and promoted listings advanced that's in beta currently. Let's talk about first, what are the things they both have in common? Number one, they are both going to help your listings to be seen by more potential buyers, raising it in the search results. So hopefully your potential buyer is going to come across your path and purchase what you have to offer. The other thing is, they both are going to have what's called a sponsored badge above your listing. So when potential buyers are searching on eBay, they're going to see that your listing has been sponsored. Now let's go over the differences between the two. So with promoted listing standard, you only pay when your item sells. So if you're running a campaign through the promoted listing standard and your item doesn't sell, you're not charged for that promoted listing. Now for promoted listings advanced, you pay what's called cost per click. You're going to pay regardless of whether your item sells or not if you run one of these campaigns. Cost per click, or CPC, is something that is basically if you have bid on this keyword and someone actually clicks on your listing to see your listing because of that keyword that you've bid on. Don't worry, I'll go into some more detail later, but you're going to pay for that click. You're going to pay regardless of whether your item sells or not. I have these details and more on that free reference guide that's in the description, the link below, but let's just expose you to some of this terminology that's a part of promoted listings. The next thing, between standard and advanced, it is available to all sellers who have a good account standing and they have recent sales activity, according to eBay. This is something that you can see in your My eBay under your dashboard. If you have not reached that level yet, what is needed to be able to qualify for the next month when they review accounts? Okay, so we looked at what is similar between promoted listings standard and their advanced program. We also looked at what is different between the two. Now I'd like to go over what unique tools that promoted listing advance offers to us as eBay advertisers, because essentially when we're running promoted listings, we are advertising on eBay's platform. The advanced features actually gives us more control than ever over our keywords, our ad groups, our daily budgets, and more. Go over the things that I have learned that helps to raise my listings rankings for free using SEO tactics or search engine optimization for our eBay listings. I also found on eBay where it states that when we apply these best practices, is what's called, to our listings, it not only is going to help us to be seen organically, which simply means not paying for traffic, but optimizing everything in your listing, your eBay item that you have for sale, optimizing it for SEO. But these best practices are also going to help when you spend money on promoted listings, because eBay itself has said that even though you're doing promoted listings, it doesn't guarantee that's going to give you top results if you're not applying these best practices for your SEO to also help your promoted listings as well. Now, let's jump into the things that we can do for free to help enhance our listings for SEO or search engine optimization. These are also things that if you're going to invest in promoted listings, it's going to help ensure that your listings are seen higher than someone else who's paying promoted listings for the same item. This falls under what eBay likes to call their best practices. The first thing is your title. So we have 80 characters, as you see here, in this title page and this space bar that we have available. This is what I like to call prime real estate. I like to attribute it to, if you have a brick and mortar store on a busy intersection, this is your sign. This is what's going to catch eyeballs, not only from potential buyers, but also from eBay's search engine that's going to try to connect your listing to that potential buyer. So we want to make sure we maximize all of these characters or these spaces that we have available. So for the first thing we're going to want to enter, let's just say we're using the example, a Canon camera. So we'll do Canon camera, and this is a digital camera. So we'll put digital. We're going to put SLR for single lens reflex. We're also going to put EOS, we'll put space here, EOS, and it's an 80D camera. Black, I have a little cheat sheet here because there's a lot of different terminology. So 24.2 MP. Now, I gathered all of this information that I'm entering into this title from other sold comps or listings that have previously sold for the same item. It's a great way to get ideas of keywords to use in your title. You want to make sure that you stay away from fluff words like with or like or I don't know, see below. You don't want to use words like that that are not going to be pertinent or key to your item that you're selling. So these are things that people would be entering in or could be entering in if they're looking to buy this type of a camera. So let's just say I have 135 millimeter lens, and so on. So I would want to fill every space in here with powerful keywords. So let's just say I'm selling a tripod. I'm also have a bag that's going with it, and so on. So I'm going to try to use every space possible with powerful words that are considered best practices for eBay search results. If I have some space left, I'll put the word new. If it's used, I don't like to use the word used. I'll put pre-owned. I will only put something as far as the condition new in the title. I won't take up the valuable space with the word pre-owned. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, which is considered best practices, is we're going to want to make sure we're maximizing photos. Photos, actually, I have a YouTube video that goes over this in more detail, and I'll link it and up above. But the photos actually, I didn't realize this a couple years ago, that when we're taking our pictures, when we put them on a white background for eBay, not only does it look nice, because I kind of attribute it that they're trying to look as professional as Amazon. So they actually raise your listings in the search results if you put your items on a white background. The computer has gotten so advanced with eBay that it can tell the difference on your photos if it's on a white background or not. So this is something you can do that will help to raise your ranking, so to say. So another thing that you can do when it comes to photos is making sure you're taking as many as possible. They give you 12 photos available. Now, I have to be honest, sometimes I can only think of 10 different ways to take a picture of an item, but using more of those photo options is really going to help you as well. Okay, so another thing that we like to do that's considered under eBay's best practices is filling out these item specifics. Now, I know if you've been selling on eBay a while, you've seen it before they added the specifics and after, and it can be daunting sometimes as a seller to try to go in and fill out all these little boxes and actually go back on our old listings, right? And fill that all in. But there's actually a reason behind that. When eBay put this in order, it's not to be a pain in the butt to us, but it is to try to continue to connect the dots between the buyer's experience when they go on eBay and us as sellers trying to sell our items on eBay. These are things that are optimized for mobile use. So the item specifics, although I know sometimes it can be frustrating to try to fill out all these little boxes, fill out as much of them as possible because it's really going to help you. So going through and filling out as many of these item specifics is considered best practices. The next thing is this item description. Now, item description, I like to do this part on my computer before I go and take my pictures. I have another video, a YouTube video that I prepared that I have had out for a couple weeks now that actually goes over a really cool hack that I have learned to the way I speed up my listing process. I'll link that above for you as well. But on this item description, this is something that you're going to see when you're listing it through your laptop or desktop computer. And eBay states that under the best practices, filling out this item description is really going to help your listing to be seen as a priority listing, so to say, in the search results. SEO is basically about providing the computer with eBay with all the valuable information that it needs to be able to do its job. And when we as sellers will provide the computer with as much of that valuable information as possible, it helps us to get our items seen by more potential buyers. Another thing is, I don't think people realize, I didn't realize this a couple years ago either, is that eBay advertises, you like that? Advertises our listings on Google. And so when people are just searching Google and they're searching for a Canon camera, our listings could potentially come up. So that is really cool for us because eBay is such a powerful platform. I know I've been asked before about, well, why not, is eBay really as relevant as it used to be years ago? And my answer is yes. The proof is in the numbers. It's the second most powerful selling platform, second to Amazon. It has a ton of active users on it and it's continuing to grow. So it's exciting that when we go in and we are preparing our listings properly and we're following these best practices, and if we're implementing promoted listings as well, that we have even better opportunity than ever to get our items seen by more potential buyers and sold quickly. So whether you're choosing to use promoted listings standard, promoted listings advanced, or the SEO tactics that I reviewed that's under eBay's best practices, these are all three very viable ways to help optimize your listings for the search engine results. If you would like to take advantage of that free guide that I have available to you, link is in the description below. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it. I'd love to hear from you. And if you're interested in a more deeper dive of promoted listings advanced and how to truly optimize your keywords for your search results, make sure you leave it in the comments below. I'll be happy to make a video regarding that. This is Michelle with Paladin Global Market. Hit the like if you enjoyed this, subscribe and hit the bell as I like to upload videos at least every week for you to help fast track your journey to online reselling success. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Happy reselling.